Alia, your voice is like chocolate meets caramel meets velvet, all wrapped up into one beautiful little package. Your voice is insane.
Thank you.
How long have you been singing for?
I've been singing for about 10 to 11 years properly.
Okay.
So I started out from about, I don't know, 3. So basically since I could talk, so maybe a bit earlier than that. Mm-hmm. But I started singing properly when I joined Stagecoach Performing Arts School, so that's a Saturday school. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of just took it off from there, really. I just decided that's what I wanted to do, so I just took it seriously.
So what was it that made you think, yeah, I want to be a singer?
I think when I was in my primary school, I was in a choir, and I loved singing in a group. I loved having solos, but I realised when I had a solo, all of the teachers was like, you're too quiet, you're not confident enough. We have to give it to someone else. So from then on, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna keep pushing, I'm not just gonna give up. So that's why I started doing performing arts and stuff like that. And that's what basically drove me and encouraged me to do singing more.
Okay, so you're how old now?
I'm 18 now.
So you're 18 now. You started Stagecoach when you were quite a bit younger.
Yes.
And then what did you do from finishing Stagecoach to now?
From Stagecoach, I was recommended to apply for the Brit School.
Okay.
And I was there for 4 years, so I just graduated in May. So at the Brit School, they train you. I was doing musical theatre, so I've been doing musical theatre for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And about 3 years ago, I decided to do songwriting and actually performing just songs rather than singing and acting as well. Mm-hmm.
So it's only been 3 years since you've been a solo act?
Yes.
And that's what you're giving us after 3 years?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm looking forward to what we get after 10 years. So the Brit School, huge establishment. You know, we've had some fantastic singers coming from there. We've got Adele, we've got Amy Winehouse. How did you feel when you found out you were accepted into that school, such a prestigious place?
You know what, I remember the day I got the acceptance letter and my mum came home and we both just opened it and cried. Like, I was literally on the floor crying. You know, I was so honoured to be a part of that school, and ever since I was a part of it, you just feel like a family, and you're always a family. That's why we do #Brit, like #AlwaysBrit. Okay. So yeah, it's just an amazing school, and I've learned so much from there.
And you were there for 4 years, did you say?
4 years, yeah.
Did you find it hard? Did you ever think, you know what, this isn't for me? Did you ever want to give up, or did you just push through?
Yeah, there was a lot of points in my life at Brit where I thought, maybe this isn't for me, maybe I should just do something else like designing, because I like fashion as well. Right. But it's very easy for you to doubt yourself, especially at a very young age, and you're around other people who want to do the exact same thing, and maybe they're at a different stage in their lives than you are. So at that time, I was about 16, 17, and there was a time where I got really insecure about, you know, my own talent, and I didn't know whether I was good enough, but you just have to keep pushing, and you just have to believe in yourself. I think that's one of the hardest things, especially being in such a demanding school. You just have to believe in yourself. You can't depend on other people to do it for you.
And would you say it's important as well to have a good support network around you to get you through those times?
Definitely. You know, I'm so blessed to have my family and friends that support me so much, because without them, I wouldn't have been doing everything else that I've been doing since, you know, I was 14 or 16.
So it's all thanks to them,
helping
you through.
Yeah, exactly.
So who else would you say your influences are?
At the moment, I think my biggest influences are Beyonce and Ariana Grande at the moment. I just love what Beyonce's doing with her career at the moment. She makes sure that she puts everything into every aspect of her career. So when she's in concerts, she makes sure that she has her own vision in her concert, and she produces her own music. Like, that's what I want to do as well. Okay. Ariana Grande just knows how to speak her mind, and she's not afraid to, you know, stand up to people on social media and stuff like that. So I think that's what I'm trying to work towards, just be more confident, especially on social media.
It is so hard with social media nowadays. You know, everyone sees everyone else's life and they think thinks it's better than theirs, and we have to really kind of strip back and look at reality. It's not real, you know, that's all fake and it's staged and it's the best of someone's life. So how are you finding overcoming certain things like that?
You know what, at the moment, I've only just started being more present on social media, just because it's really hard to stay relevant on social media, I think, especially like people like Kylie Jenner and stuff like that. You hear them say a lot, I have to post every single day just to stay relevant. And especially as an emerging artist, you have to make sure you're always showing people, I'm here, I'm a singer, I'm writing songs, like, listen to me. And if I don't post within 2 days, I lose followers. And it's crazy to think that social media is such a big part of our lives now. And that also goes into your mental health and how you think about yourself as well. So it's just, again, like I said before, it's just about believing in yourself and just knowing that you are talented and you are enough. It's not about, what people look like online or what they're saying about you. You just have to keep pushing, really.
Yeah. And believe in yourself. That's
exactly,
the main thing. That's the only thing you can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And keep pushing. Especially if you have a passion, you need to be able to fuel that. I mean, obviously, we're looking at people like Beyonce. We see her as this goddess, this strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
But even she has her own alter ego.
Of course,
she's got
yeah.
Sasha Fierce. So maybe that's telling us that, maybe she's got a little bit of an insecurity
Yeah,
there
of
that she
course,
has to
yeah.
overcome.
Definitely.
Do you have your own alter ego, or do you think that you're coming into your own now?
I think I'm beginning to love myself and love my talent and what I do. I thought when I was younger I had to have a separate personality or a separate ego to make me become more confident, but I just realised that being myself is enough. And I think once I'm more confident and I believe in myself more, I can just kind of do the things that I've always wanted to do, with my music especially.
And I feel like I can hear that with your lyrics as well. You're very grounded, you know who you are, which is great. Do you think the more you really, are in your own body, the more your lyrics will grow?
Yeah, definitely. At the moment, as a songwriter, I do like to write about my stories and other people's stories as well. And my songs are kind of emotional just because as a person, when you would speak to me, I'm not really that emotional. I don't really like to talk about my feelings. And I feel like writing a song just gives you that opportunity to be vulnerable and just talk about whatever you want to talk about. I love writing about things that make me freeze up in person if I was to talk about it in a conversation. So I feel like writing songs is a lot easier for me.
It's a way of expressing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what is it, would you say, that really pushes you and keeps you going? Obviously, you have a passion, you have a drive for this. Is there anything in the back of your mind that makes you think, I have to do this, I have to succeed because? Or is it just, this is what you love doing and you just need to do it because you need to get out your own expression?
I think it's thinking back on my family's upbringing and their background and seeing how they got brought up and how they lived. And I know everyone in my family is quite successful in what they're doing, but I know that not all of them got the opportunity to follow their dreams and do what they really wanted to do and just be happy. And I feel like, especially in this day and age, it's very easy to just settle and just settle with the job that you have or the house that you have because, you just need to pay your bills or you just need to get by. I don't want to get by, I just want to do everything that I want to do. So that definitely drives me, just knowing in the back of my mind, like, there's tons of people in my family who's always wanted to do something that they never got the chance to do.
So, Alia, what would you say has been your career highlight to date?
My career highlight? I actually have two.
Okay.
So I organised a gig last year. So I did it all by myself as well as the help from my mum. You know what, it was really eye-opening to see how much work goes into concerts and small gigs. Like, even if they're £3 or £5, there's so much effort that gets put into it and so much heart. And I loved organising it. I loved seeing how many people showed up to support me. On top of that, I did come top 3 in the open mic singing competition UK.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I did get loads of feedback from that and lots of contacts. I definitely learned a lot from that. So that's definitely my highlight up to date. So.
Okay, that's pretty exciting. Yeah. That's a good one. How many people entered that competition altogether, do you know?
I think it was about, I don't want to say, I think it was a few thousand.
Wow. So out of a few thousand, you got down to the final 3?
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
insane. How did you feel?
I didn't know what to think at the time, honestly. Back then, that was my first time, like, kind of showing people what I could do as a singer coming out of musical theatre. So it was kind of surprising to see what I could do if I put my mind to it, and, you know, if I had enough confidence in myself as a songwriter and a singer. So, yeah, it was amazing.
You finished top 3.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned musical theatre there. Obviously, you've come from musical theatre, you're now a singer-songwriter. Do you think you'd ever go back to that, or do you think you're going to just kind of stick with the singing-songwriting?
I would definitely balance singing, songwriting and musical theatre together, just because I love musical theatre and that's what shapes me as a person and as an artist, so I would never leave that behind, ever.
Just going to do both?
Definitely.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So what would you say is next for you, then?
Next, my biggest goal at the moment is to tour the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you given yourself a time span?
2 years.
2 years, all right, so you're going to be touring the world in 2 years, yes. Have you got a name for the tour?
Lovesick.
Oh, you've got it all planned out. I like that.
Yeah,
You've got
of
to have a
course.
vision board. You've got to have a vision
Definitely,
board.
yeah.
Okay, tell me a bit more. Where's the first stop? Where's the last stop? How's the scenery going to look? Tell me everything.
You know what? I have always envisioned, like, everything being pink, plushy, cloudy. All of the songs that I write, I kind of realise that there's a pattern. It's about love, it's about romance, heartbreaks. And I recently just wrote a song called Lovesick, so I thought, why not call it Lovesick?
Why not?
But yeah, I feel like the first place I definitely want to be is like the O2, Brixton, all of that. It's one of my biggest dreams at the moment.
So we're starting off homeland first?
Yeah, definitely.
And then we're moving around?
America, everywhere. The whole world. At the moment, I am planning a EP. So I've got a catalogue of songs. I'm just in songwriting sessions, back to back, always writing songs. So I am planning to release that within 2019 or 20. So we'll see what happens.
So we've got to keep an eye out for it.
Definitely.
Okay, quick fire round. Okay. So you basically have to answer these straight away. Okay. No thinking about it, you just go.
Great.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, popcorn, salted or sweet?
Sweet.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce.
Dressed up or dressed down?
Dressed up.
Intimate gig or arena tour?
Arena.
Spring or autumn?
Spring.
Bath or shower?
Bath.
Favourite male vocalist?
Ooh, Miguel.
Ooh, favourite female vocalist?
Tori Kelly.
Hey, all right. There were some good answers there.
Thank you.
Alia, thank you so much for being on the show. Please tell everybody out there one more time where they can find out more about you.
Okay, so I am Alia Lara. I'm a singer-songwriter, and you can find me on all social media platforms. Alia Lara Music, ALIALARA Music.
All right, so make sure you keep an eye out for the new EP, for any gigs that you might have coming up. That is all we've got time for, Alia, but thank you so much for being on the show. TMTV is done for this week, but be sure to tune in next week when we'll have somebody new on the couch. See ya.